I really enjoy racing, especially kart racing, so when I'm given the opportunity to race with friends, I'm always down to go. It's fun to share driving skills and get other people up to pace. These are the reasons why I, and probably many others, gained an interest in motorsports. I remember when I first started racing, I would go to R1 Indoors and race in their open group. I wasn't amazing, especially compared to the local drivers that would race there every week. But the community that R1 created really helped me grow as a driver and got me to where I am as a driver now. It really helped put me on this path of owning my own kart and driving 3 hours to spend a weekend racing. And don't get me wrong, I do love doing that. I wouldn't spend the time or the money if that wasn't the case. But places like R1 are really special for me. It's like visiting your old school after you've been out of school for years. Then when I go with friends, I get to be that person that helps them improve as a driver. I love seeing people improve, and it's awesome when they leave with more motivation and a strong desire to return and beat their previous best. R1 is a great place to do that. When you show up for your first race, you're forced onto Speed 3, which caps you out at 35 miles an hour. It may not sound like a lot, but that's plenty fast for a beginner at this track. Contrary to most people, I really enjoy Speed 3. It helps you gain confidence on the throttle and really learn how much momentum you can carry through corners. If you can focus and put a lap together, you might qualify for Speed 4. You must achieve a lap time of at least 39:30 or lower in order to qualify. This sets a goal for new drivers to aim for, instead of looking to the leaderboards to achieve an unrealistic lap time from extremely talented drivers with hundreds of laps behind them.
This fun out, Kyle. I feel bad.
However, there is a huge disconnect between this and racing in a dedicated championship. One is way more serious and more organized, with much higher quality racing. That's where the TKC comes in. The TKC, or Touring Kart Championship, is a group that hosts series using rental karts. Typically, when people go to a rental kart location, it's always the same story. Poor quality racing and chock full of people that have no clue what they're doing. This isn't the case with the TKC. The field has loads of talented drivers, especially when you work your way up the grid. Of course, you get some drivers that struggle, but you can't blame them, especially if it's their first race, you know? I like the way they have loads of events in multiple locations, so if you're competing in the championship, you won't be racing at the same track over and over again. Unfortunately, my quali footage is underexposed, so we'll jump straight into pre-quali. I started in P7, so let's see how far I can make it up the field. do think it's funny how at this point you can see how much rattle there is in the cart. You can see me right here counting up how many positions I'm in. I didn't make any positions. I think that's due to the start and how I lost a few places, but I'm really glad I got those positions back because it really helped me out in the final. The way the final was set up was determined based off of the pre-final, of course, but the top 5 of the pre-final would go to the A final, whereas the bottom half of the pre-final went into the B final. There were 2 pre-finals, so since I finished in 7th in the pre-final, that meant I was in P3 for the B final.
Now, as long as I don't jump the start, I'm going to be okay.
So I guess there was some kind of technical issue here. I'm not quite sure why it happened, but regardless, we just gridded back up and we waited for the green once again. Oh man, again? Another technical issue, another lineup. Let's go again. So at this point, one of the carts had overheating issues, so we finished under caution.
No! It's ending like that? It was getting so good! Ah.
It was a pretty big bummer, but honestly, I'm happy with the result. I finished 3rd. I can't complain. A-Main had a great race as well. It was fun to watch. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you to the TKC for hosting this event. Thank you to R1 for actually owning the track, and I can't wait to go again. So on that note, I'll see you.